Attention men, the dumb-looking shaved head thing has finally played out. Try to find some other way of pretending to be cool and different. In applying the stereotype that all old people are slow-thinking and dull-witted, what's often overlooked is that many of these people were slow-thinking and dull-witted throughout their lives. At this point, they're simply older versions of the same unimpressive people. My main operating principle: don't take any shit from the zeitgeist. History is not happenstance. It is conspiratorial, carefully planned and executed by people in power. The mayfly lives only one day, and sometimes it rains. You know what you never hear about anymore? Quicksand. When I was a kid, movies and comic books had quicksand all the time. What happened? Same thing with whirlpools. You never hear about some guy being sucked down into a whirlpool anymore. I miss that. I think they ought to have black confetti. It'd be great for funerals, especially if the dead person wasn't too popular. If you really want to put a faith healer to the test, tell him you want a smaller shoe size. Do you ever notice you never seem to get laid on Thanksgiving? I think it's 'cause all the coats are on the bed. In the United States, anyone can be president. That's the problem. You know how you can tell when a moth farts? When he suddenly flies in a straight line. Do you realize that somewhere in the world there exists a person who qualifies as the worst doctor? If you took the time, by process of elimination, you could actually determine the worst doctor in the world. And the funny part is, someone has an appointment to see him tomorrow. I often think of something my grandfather used to say. You know, he'd look at me and he'd say, "I'm going upstairs and fuck your grandma." Well, he was a really honest man. He wasn't going to bullshit a 4-year-old. Just beyond the edge of the solar system, in the Oort cloud, there's a swarm of about 1 trillion comets orbiting the sun. Let's hope that right now one of them is turning slightly and pointing itself directly at Mississippi. The police in Los Angeles said recently that someone had been stabbed in the San Pedro area. Believe me, I know how painful that can be. I was once bitten there by a dog. It's especially painful when you go to the bathroom. Doesn't Jonesboro sound to you like a place where everyone has a drug habit? Here's something that pisses me off. Retired people who don't want to pay local property taxes because they say it's not their grandchildren who go to the schools. Mean-spirited retirees, usually from out of state, cheap, selfish, old bush voters. The ones I read about were in Arizona, AARP members. They take a shit the size of a peanut and think it's an accomplishment. And it's not like these retirement people can't afford the tax money. Not all old people are as dependent on Social Security checks as they'd like you to think. Some of them get all kinds of checks. Social Security, the VA, private pensions, government pensions. They also have stock dividends, bank interest, and whatever else they've managed to squeeze out of the system. And still, they begrudge their local property taxes simply because their own fucked-up, cross-eyed grandchildren aren't going to use the schools. Fuck 'em. I say pay your taxes and die like everyone else. I hope they choke on an early bird dinner. I never did well at Monopoly. I guess I don't have a business mind. Oh, I'd usually manage to own a couple of railroads, and waterworks, of course. I'm not a complete asshole. I know a monopoly when I see one. Everybody needs water. But it always frustrated me that the other guys wouldn't let me build houses on waterworks. They said it was zoning or some shit like that. I think they were just jealous that I had vision. The worst fight I ever got into was when I tried to put hotels on the electric company. Vision. As far as other properties were concerned, naturally, I'd snap up Baltic Avenue as soon as that became available. How much is that son of a bitch? $60? Give me that mother. I gotta have a place to live. About the best thing I'd ever own would be 1 or 2 properties in the light blue series. Maybe Oriental Avenue. No houses, of course. Just an excavation or two. That's about all I ever had on my property. Plans, surveyor's marks. I just couldn't get financing. All my friends would have shopping centers, malls, condominiums, industrial parks, and they liked to rub it in. Oh boy, Carlin, you're coming down my side of the board now. Get ready to pay up. Oh, no, please, God, give me a big one. Then I'd roll the dice. Hot shit, a 12. Thank you, God. Jump, 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 jump. Fuck you, Tony. I ain't even stopping on your side. Fuck you and Boardwalk, too. That's all right, Carlin. You'll be around again. But of course you can't move your token until you remember which one is yours. Which one is mine? Am I the hat? I could swear I was the hat. No, that was yesterday. Wait, I know. The racing car. I'm the racing car. Hey, who's the ship? Richie, are you the ship? No, he's not the ship. I'm the ship. I get the ship every game. Don't even touch the fucking ship. Tony was the biggest guy. None of them wanted to be the iron. Too feminine. The worst token to have was the cannon, the big gun. It was the only top-heavy token. It kept falling over. Throw the dice anywhere near it, and it fell on its side. And then some anal retentive would say, "Who has the gun? Are you the gun? Would you pick it up, please? And you, Paulie, are you in jail or just visiting? Well, if you're just visiting, put the car on the side of the jail, not on the actual jail part." Some guys really cared. That's why they won. I never won, but I was always in there at the end, because I had all the $1 bills, $2,500 in singles, and they needed me to make change. I'd always try to borrow money. "Please, Tony, just $5. I want to buy some gum." "Fuck you, Carlin. I'll give you $5 for waterworks." 10. $7.50. "Tony, they don't have a 50-cent bill." "Tough shit. Tear a dollar in half." Nah, I wasn't very good at the game. But I spent a lot of time landing on chance, and I always tried to buy it. I got in more fights trying to buy chance. I'd move my token. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chance. Turn over the card. A little man with a hat. $200 for being an asshole. "Hey, Richie, shuffle those cards, will you? That's the second time I got that one." Well, there you have it, folks. Situation rectified. Plenty of nice things to play for your friends. That is, if you're considering living alone for the rest of your life. I'll see you soon. Oh, and don't forget,